Finalist Hosking, work at Varfell Farms, which is located near Penzance in West Cornwall, and I started here in 1994, and the place has changed a fair bit since then. Certainly got bigger. We mainly grow daffodils, 1,600 hectares of daffodils, which is the main thing we do, and also a little 50 hectares of barley, 22 hectares of agapanthus, which are grown for cut flowers. Yeah, I'm currently using a JCB Fastrac 4220 with a Landquip demount sprayer, which is 2,500 litres and a 1,500 litre front tank. I'm running Guardian Air nozzles, 05s, which we run forward and backwards to get the best coverage through the crop, which seems to work because that's what we've been doing for several years now. And we use the 05s so we can still travel at about 12k at 3 bar, which gives maximum coverage. And obviously, because it's a dense crop, we run at 200 litres to the hectare to make sure everything gets covered. Yeah, the GPS on it, well, it's a brilliant bit of kit, because when I first started spraying there was none of that. It was all guesswork, or educated guesswork. Now we've got the section controls. I've got 12 sections auto shut off. I can isolate any of the sections at any one time, because we don't spray the tracks around the fields, mainly to save chemicals. We grass them out to keep them clean and tidy for the pickers in the winter. Yeah, we've got a designated filling area, which is right beside the spray store. I've got a stainless steel bench there, which you can put the cans on, so you can easily measure out into jugs what you need to put in, and it's clean and tidy, and the spray store is all bunded, and also the filling area is all contained, so if there was any spillages, it will not go anywhere. We generally spray herbicides in the autumn, and when we finish the herbicides we'll have a good washout before we start the fungicides, probably December, and we'll run right through that, and when we finish, which is probably in a few weeks time, end of April, we'll have a good washout before we're mainly parked up for the summer. Yep, in the morning I will come in, I'll do the checks, because we've got an app to do all the checks for the tractor before I start, and then I shall check where I'm going, fill the sprayer up, front and back tank, with the amount I want to do the first job, and then when I go to the next job I can either go to another site where there's a tank, or a bowser be brought to me, and I can carry the chemical in these storage lockers I got on the side. Yeah, I keep a notebook in the cab, and in the front of it I've got several different chemicals written down with their rates and with multiple hectareages, so I can easily reference that to know how much to put in. Just saves using your brain or a calculator, especially early in the morning. Mine don't work very well. And also in that book, what needs to be sprayed, we use the Gatekeeper app, and I tend to write it down from that into a notebook so I can group it together to do a more efficient job, because on Gatekeeper it'll come through rather muddled up, and if you follow that list you'd end up driving around all over the shop. But I group it all together just to make it easier. We also got a Cropwise app, which we can zoom in on the map, find every field we got. It'll tell us what varieties are in there, which is useful because sometimes I'll need to just go and spray one variety in the field. So because we got hundreds of different varieties, and we need to sort of pinpoint and spray one variety only, and looking on that we can accurately find where it's to and not overspray the next variety, which probably needs a different chemical next week. Yeah, I entered again this year because I got through to the finals in 2007 and 2009, which is a long time ago, so I thought I'd enter just to see if I still had anything in me brain that worked, and obviously I have. I learnt a lot back then, and hopefully I will again this time. Technology's moved on a hell of a lot since then, and well, I'm trying to keep up with it.